In today's world, the ability to truly focus has become surprisingly rare. Everywhere you look, people are constantly switching between apps, checking notifications, replying to messages, or jumping from one task to another. Because of this, deep concentration almost feels like a special talent now. But the interesting thing is that the people who are able to focus for long periods of time usually get much more done than everyone else. They learn faster, produce better work, and complete tasks more efficiently. Focus plays an important role in many parts of life. Whether you're studying for school, working on a project, building a business, or even learning a new skill, your ability to concentrate determines how quickly you improve and how well you perform. So in this video, we're going to talk about why focusing has become so difficult, what might secretly be destroying your concentration, and most importantly, how you can train your mind to focus better. And yes, I know you're procrastinating at this very moment by watching this video. That's completely normal. But if you're already here, you might as well learn something useful from it. If you can grab a pen and a piece of paper and write down a few key ideas as you listen. Writing things down can help you remember them later and actually apply what you learn. To start, it helps to understand that there are two common ways our attention works: divided focus and directed focus. The first type is divided attention. This is when your mind is spread across multiple things at once. For example, imagine someone cooking dinner while replying to messages, watching a video, and thinking about work tomorrow. Or someone sitting down to study, but constantly thinking about their phone, social media, or other tasks they need to do later. This kind of attention feels productive because you're doing many things at the same time. But in reality, the brain struggles with multitasking. What actually happens is that your mind rapidly switches between different activities. Every time you jump from one task to another, your brain has to reload information about what you were doing. That small mental reset might seem harmless, but when it happens over and over again, it drains a lot of energy. By the end of the day, you feel mentally tired even though you didn't accomplish as much as you hoped. The second type of attention is directed focus. This is when you give your full attention to one single task while ignoring everything else around you. When someone is deeply involved in writing, studying, designing, coding, painting, or solving a problem, and they completely lose track of time, that's directed focus. It's the kind of concentration that allows people to produce their best work. People who achieve a lot in their fields often work this way. Instead of spreading their attention across many things, they focus their energy on one task at a time. Think of it like a laser beam instead of a flashlight. All their attention is directed at a single point. Naturally, this is the type of focus we want to develop. One of the biggest obstacles to focus is distraction. Imagine your attention as a limited amount of energy. Let's say you begin your day with 5 units of focus. You can use those units however you want. If all 5 go towards studying or working on an important project, your concentration becomes strong and clear. But the moment something interrupts you, part of your attention gets pulled away. For example, imagine you're studying and someone, your mom or siblings, briefly walks in to tell you that dinner will be ready soon. The conversation may only last a few seconds, but now part of your mind is thinking about food and time. That small interruption takes away a piece of your attention. Now, instead of using all 5 focus units on studying, you might only have 4 left. It may take several minutes before your mind fully returns to what you were doing. Now, here's something interesting. Most people carry a constant distraction with them everywhere they go. Their phone. This small device is probably the biggest focus killer in modern life. Phones vibrate, ring, and send notifications throughout the day. Even when they're silent, people still feel the urge to check them out of habit. Sometimes all it takes is a quick glance at a notification to break your concentration. The problem isn't the phone itself. Phones are extremely useful tools. The real problem is having them within reach while trying to concentrate. A simple solution is to place your phone somewhere out of sight when you want to work or study. Even putting it across the room can help. When your brain knows the phone isn't easily accessible, the urge to check it becomes weaker. Of course, phones are not the only distractions. Conversations, background noise, social media, and even your own thoughts can interrupt your focus. The important thing is to become aware of what distracts you and try to remove those things when you need to concentrate. Another factor that many people ignore when talking about focus is physical health. Your brain is part of your body, which means your mental performance depends on how well your body is functioning. If your body is tired or unhealthy, your mind will struggle to concentrate. Sleep is one of the most important factors. If you regularly sleep less than 6 hours a night, your concentration will suffer. Your brain needs enough rest to function properly. Most people perform best when they get somewhere between 7 and 9 hours of sleep each night. When you're well rested, your mind becomes clearer and focusing becomes much easier. Exercise also plays an important role in mental performance. Physical activity releases chemicals in the brain that improve mood, energy, and focus. This doesn't mean you need intense workouts every day. Even a simple walk outside can improve your mental clarity. Many people find that taking a short walk helps them reset their mind when they feel stuck on a task. Hydration is another simple but powerful factor. After waking up in the morning, many people feel mentally slow. One reason for this is mild dehydration. During sleep, you go several hours without drinking water. Drinking water soon after waking up can help your brain start functioning more clearly. Food also affects your ability to concentrate. Highly processed foods and large amounts of sugar can lead to energy crashes and brain fog. On the other hand, balanced meals with healthier nutrients help maintain steady energy levels throughout the day. Taking care of your body may not seem directly related to focus, but it actually plays a huge role in how well your mind works. Another important thing to understand is that concentration is a skill. Many people think focus is something you either have or you don't, but that's not true. Just like physical strength, focus can be trained over time. When you first start practicing deep concentration, you may only be able to focus for 5 or 10 minutes before your mind begins to wander. That's completely normal. But if you practice focusing regularly, your brain slowly adapts. Over time, your ability to stay focused becomes stronger. Those 10 minutes may turn into 20 minutes, then 30 minutes, and eventually even longer. The key is consistency. Instead of waiting for motivation or the perfect moment, it's better to create a daily habit of focused work. Many people find that the best time to focus is in the morning. After a full night of sleep, your brain is rested and your mind hasn't yet been filled with the demands of the day. Usually about an hour after waking up, your mind becomes fully alert and ready for deep thinking. This is why many writers, artists, and thinkers throughout history preferred working in the morning. At that time, distractions are fewer and mental energy is at its highest. Afternoons can be more challenging because your brain has already processed many conversations, tasks, and pieces of information. Your attention may already be scattered across different things. But that doesn't mean focusing later in the day is impossible. Sometimes your brain simply needs a break before it can concentrate again. Taking proper breaks is extremely important for maintaining focus. When your mind works intensely for long periods, it naturally becomes tired. The mistake many people make is how they spend their breaks. Instead of resting, they open social media, watch videos, or scroll through their phones. The problem is that these activities continue stimulating the brain rather than allowing it to recover. A real mental break should allow your mind to relax. Activities like taking a short walk, meditating, stretching, or even taking a quick nap can help recharge your mental energy. These kinds of breaks give your brain space to reset so you can return to your work with fresh attention. Think of it like running. If you ran for an hour and wanted to run another hour afterward, you wouldn't spend your break doing intense exercises. You would sit down and rest so your body could recover. Focus works in a similar way. After concentrating for a long period, your mind needs real rest before it can perform well again. One useful system that helps combine focused work and proper breaks is something called the Pomodoro Technique. It's a simple method that helps people stay productive without becoming mentally exhausted. The idea is straightforward. First, choose a task you want to work on. Then set a timer for about 25 or 30 minutes and focus only on that task. During that time, you try not to allow any distractions. When the timer ends, you take a short break, usually around 5 to 10 minutes. After repeating this cycle 4 times, you take a longer break, around 30 minutes or so. This method creates a rhythm between focused effort and rest, which helps maintain energy throughout the day. Of course, the exact timing doesn't have to be strict. Some people prefer longer work sessions or shorter breaks. The important part is finding a balance that allows you to stay focused while avoiding burnout. So let's quickly go over the main ideas we talked about. First, there are 2 main types of attention: divided focus and directed focus. Directed focus is the type that allows you to do your best work. Second, distractions weaken your concentration, especially constant interruptions like phone notifications. Third, taking care of your physical health by sleeping well, exercising, drinking enough water, and eating balanced meals can greatly improve mental performance. Fourth, concentration is a skill that improves with practice. The more you train your focus, the stronger it becomes. Fifth, creating a daily habit of focused work is more effective than waiting for motivation. Sixth, giving your brain real breaks helps restore mental energy and prevents burnout. And finally, methods like the Pomodoro technique can help you organize your work sessions and maintain focus for longer periods. In a world full of distractions and constant stimulation, the ability to focus has become extremely valuable. People who learn to protect their attention and train their concentration will always have an advantage. Focus allows you to learn faster, produce better work, and make real progress toward your goals. And the good news is that anyone can develop this ability. It simply requires awareness, practice, and the willingness to remove distractions from your environment. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, that already says something positive about your attention. Thank you for watching. And if you enjoy simple ideas that help you build better habits, strengthen your mindset, and improve your life, feel free to subscribe for more videos like this.